You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna hit the road too. I'm just gonna go off and try to become a better breeder. Even though I'm the best one on the block, I'm gonna be even better. Here, take my Vulpix. I don't want it.
Okay, great. Let's just let the 10-year-old kid save the day and do your job.
My favorite one though has to be the little girl that's a Magikarp.
Yeah, just
She's just in the water.
And then Jenny's like,
hopefully they have more characters and maps.
probably will. Probably do separate ways.
I guess
Might aid
Resident
Wesker.
Evil still?
Yeah.
There's a multiplayer to it?
No, it's
like
like
it's a single player bonus game called Mercenaries.
It's
like
survival.
a wave
Oh.
survival wave game.
Would it be fun with multiplayer?
Yeah, it's so
Resident
much
Evil
fun.
5 had co-op in it. Had co-op Mercenaries because the whole game's co-op. So if they remake that and make it way better than the 5th, the original, then that'd be probably pretty fun to play.
Will we get it?
I don't know.
Maybe someday, because
This isn't the Resident Evil podcast. This is the kid-friendly Pokemon podcast. Now, and here we have today we're talking about an episode based off a creepypasta. No.
Wait, which one?
Which inspired a creepypasta.
Which one inspired the creepypasta?
More the
description.
the hypno, the description.
Oh
of
my
hypno.
gosh! F
yeah.
the hypno. Yeah, literally. Okay, when we get there, I'll let you know my thoughts on the.
More like, I think, not really creepypastas, but more like scary Pokemon facts. All those videos. I used to watch a lot of those. These had the Pokemon Creepy Black and the
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like these Pokemon want to abduct you.
Yeah.
The one I always saw was it wasn't the unknown Pokemon, but it was like a corrupt Pokemon.
It's unknown.
Unknown, is that what it is?
Unknown.
Yeah, I watched that one as a kid.
No. Oh, you're talking about the error one.
It's the one. It's on. I think it's on.
It's in Pokemon Red and
movie,
Blue.
Red and Blue. Yeah, I think
Where
it's
you
on
have
Red
to
and Blue.
find go and find it, and then
Missing No.
Missing No.
Maybe it's just a
Missing
bunch
No.
of
Missing
pixels.
Missing
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, if you
I think it's actually talking about the actual
Yeah.
Pokemon.
No.
It's if you catch that Pokemon, it'll probably corrupt your game.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not.
That's how you duplicate your items and stuff.
Yeah.
So was that a creepypasta or is that a real thing?
That's a
a
real
real
Oh,
glitch
wow,
you
okay.
have.
Yeah, that's a real
But
thing.
it probably inspired creepypastas.
I
just
feel like I watched a
Lavender Town.
creepypasta about it.
Yeah, so you talk to the old man in Viridian City who teaches you how to use a Pokemon, and then you surf down to Cinnabar Island, and then you surf along the edge of Cinnabar Island, and all of a sudden Missing No will appear like a wild Pokemon.
Okay.
Also that Lavender Town episode we did, I just gotta admit it wasn't as I wish it went hard as the theories and stuff
Like the scary, spooky stuff.
I wish they climbed Pokemon Tower.
Well, I thought that was supposed to be Pokemon Tower.
Yeah.
It just wasn't a cemetery. It was more of
It's just a mansion.
a
it was
bachelor
Luigi's
pad.
It was Luigi's mansion.
Luigi's Mansion.
Maybe we'll go back to. Maybe we'll get Pokemon Tower later.
Yeah. I honestly don't remember. But hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 6 of the Pokemon Watch Along. By Life is Daijoubu.
Featuring
Featuring the homies.
Sponsored by Life is Daijoubu.
But sure, one of those things is the correct answer. But I'm Cole. I'm joined by Skylar and Thane. By the way, my voice might be sounding a little weird. I'm getting over a sickness. Excuse me for coughing.
He got down with the sickness.
Yeah, I very much so did. What's that? Chop Suey?
No. Disturbed.
Disturbed?
Chop Suey's a song.
Chop Suey's a song by System of a Down.
Well, I thought System of a Down was the down with the sick system of the down with the sickness.
No, System of a Down. Chop Suey's wake up.
I like all the
put a little makeup.
intertwinings you're doing
Yeah,
there.
I honestly thought it was something related.
Honestly, I don't know if this will ruffle anyone's fingers, but System of a Down is a million times better than Disturbed.
I don't. I just
My
know
feathers are
Disturbed.
ruffled.
Disturbed does that
I said
one
ruffled
song by
my
Johnny
finger.
Cash.
I said ruffle somebody's fingers. I
Yeah,
meant
like
feathers.
the monkey paw,
Yeah.
and the monkey finger curls.
Now, in my opinion, I think System of a Down is so much better.
I think Alex would share that opinion with you.
Yeah.
I don't have an opinion on that one. What I do have an opinion on is the Pokemon stuff, and we've got 5 episodes of Pokemon to talk about. I'm looking at my notes right now, and for the very first notes that I have for episode 27 just says breasts. when we get there.
That'll be exciting.
I don't quite remember, but I do remember like the episode starts and I remember when we get there.
Yeah,
look forward to that
remember
one.
it too.
Look forward to that one, everybody.
I had just looked at my notes ahead too. I know now.
Did you say boobs?
Arnold.
Yeah, yep.
I remember
Stay
there's a
tuned for
scene-
that one, gamers.
I caught a scene in that episode and it really made me laugh because I like the detail in it.
Dude, that
but-
scene, that episode has some stupid funny. But like I said, we're getting ahead of ourselves. That's episode 27, but we need to start with episode 26. We're gonna go through 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Like I said, I'm kind of sick, so I'm gonna do my best to not cough into the microphone and forgive my weird sounding voice if it sounds weird on a microphone. I've got to re-record a little bit of audio tomorrow too, so I'm not looking forward to that either for one of my videos. But not re-record, but record.
It's actually a Pokemon video. You guys should go check it out.
I gotta record a video for ideas for a video because I haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
I need to do it. I need to get it.
But anyway, without further ado, I don't remember who starts. Is it you or you start with episode 26?
Mm-hmm.
Sky's got episode 26, which is called
Pokemon Sensation.
Shout out to Sky for actually having that. I don't have that on any of my notes.
I don't have that either. I
he's
just have episode.
He's an absolute gamer.
I've got all of
as
it.
well.
Pokemon Sensation.
I've been really into using the word gamer.
I think that some of the titles are funny, so I'm like, I just gotta write all these down.
Some of them can be. Some
Yeah.
of them can be, but some of them are just, yeah, of course that's what it is.
Way to spoil the episode. Butterfree.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that one.
Okay. So this one starts off with the gang heading to Celadon City, which is really big, by the way. Is it that big in the games?
It's essentially Tokyo.
Oh, okay.
Well, okay, so
it looks more like New York City.
question. In the next 2 episodes, does it also take place in Celadon?
They don't
Because
say.
Theoretically, I would imagine they do.
Yeah, they don't say. I'm pretty sure they do because, well, in the Hypno one, they go up to a freaking mansion on a skyscraper.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
Celadon is roughly Tokyo. Roughly. Celadon. It's either Celadon or Saffron.
Mm-hmm.
I've always thought it was Celadon was the one that's supposed to be Tokyo. I could be wrong on that, but.
So they're in Celadon, and everybody gets a whiff of some stuff, and Brock loses it. He's just like, I gotta go see what that is. It smells so freaking good.
Dude, he's on it,
yeah,
dude.
Misty's like, I like the smell. I'm a girl. And freaking Ash is just kind of ticked.
He's like, "Where's Pokemon? I don't want that. That's not Pokemon."
Yeah,
I don't
so
want scented fragrance. I want the scent of blood.
From my enemies.
Yeah.
So they go up to this building and they look inside, and there's just a bunch of pretty girls in there. And then Ash is like, "No, we're not doing this." And then Misty and Pikachu are already on the inside.
Yeah.
So this is what Ash says, and I thought this was so funny because it's a perfume shop, is what we find out. But Ash says, I hate perfume. It's a ripoff. It turns guys into zombies. He basically says, I hate this. I hate you. I hate what you're doing.
I love it. My notes just says
I hate women.
Ash just walks in and yucks some yums.
Yeah, he totally does.
He's just like, your thing that you guys like sucks bad.
You're not allowed to like it because I don't like it. So after that, everybody just roasts Ash. And they're like, dude, this guy sucks. If you don't like perfume, you can't be in our shop. So they kick him out. And then it cuts to Team Rocket. They're doing their little schemes. They're trying to get the Krabby Patty secret formula.
That's literally what they're doing.
Yeah, totally.
Oh yeah, they also run a rival beauty shop. I remember, and it makes all the.
That's
and
not
they
until
go-
the next episode. You're spoilers.
Isn't it this episode? Oh, never mind then.
Yeah.
They all just mix together. I'll
Yeah.
sell it on.
So the Team Rocket finds a Gloom that's sleeping, and also I've always thought that Gloom is like one of the derpiest, dumbest looking Pokemon.
Oh, I hate Gloom.
and
I'm
it's
not a
just
fan.
it's always just drooling.
I'm okay with Oddish, and I like Blossom and Vileplume. Gloom's bad though.
Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one.
It's an ugly Pokemon. All you Gloom lovers are wrong. Sorry, I'm just kidding. I don't want to yuck your yum.
That's a middle child.
I'm not trying to yuck your yum, but Gloom is pretty yuck.
Hey, listen. That's just Blossom's dumb teenager phase.
Bad teenager.
It's
phase.
like
Yeah.
high teenager
Yeah.
phase because it looks like it's just always
Stoning.
on something. Yeah, it's like a stoner.
Yeah. So Team Rocket sees this Gloom, and they're like, all right, none of this. They throw out coughing farts on Gloom, and Gloom just slurps it up, dude, like it's nothing. Slurps it up. And then farts back. Mouth freak. This part was pretty funny. This is like a fourth wall break. But Meowth freaks out. Jesse and James can't breathe. Meowth freaks out, and he's like, "Oh wait, I can't smell. The or the artist never gave me a nose. The cartoonist,
He said the
specifically.
cartoonist never drew a nose on me.
What a fourth wall break. There's a lot of fourth wall localization breaks.
I don't know if it's in the actual sub or not, but Team Rocket's pretty notorious for breaking the fourth wall as we keep going.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
It's good stuff. They do another one like literally the next episode.
So, Brock and Misty are still hanging out at the perfume shop with all the pretty girls and the perfume. Ash is butthurt, and he actually meets up with Team Rocket. And they dress him up as a girl because we find out that they won't even let Ash battle in the gym because
he doesn't like perfume.
Yeah, Ash goes to the gym to battle. He's like, hey, I want to battle. And they're like, no, you don't like perfume. You can't battle
You know,
us.
as a kid, for some reason, I just assumed they were sexist and said you can't battle unless you're a girl. That's what I thought literally.
How
as a
do
kid.
you?
I mean, I could see
and
how
then the
you think
Pokemon
that.
League will come
guess-
down and it's like quipping sexist.
I guess
We'll
I was
get
just
over
like
that.
I was just like Ash because I also just didn't care about perfume, I guess, back then either, because that didn't even like register in my brain that was the issue.
You know, I think the Pokemon League probably has a lot of paperwork. It's like, all right, the gym
No
in Celadon City
discrimination.
is
Yeah.
sexist. The freaking gym from freaking Sabrina's gym, she's
Saffron.
literally turning people into dolls.
Yeah.
just lots of missing people.
Lieutenant Surge, I'm pretty sure, is an abuser.
Well, if anything, he was just a pervert. Other
Yeah.
than that, he seemed like the best of the gym leaders we've seen
There's
so
been
far.
there's been
He's
some
the only one
complaints,
Ash actually beat in a
Yeah.
gym battle.
legitimately.
Legitimately, yeah.
So Ash heads back to the gym with Team Rocket dressed up as a girl, and the only thing they ask him is like, "Hey kid, do you like perfume?" And he's like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Great, you're in."
Get in. So Team Rocket brought something with them, and it's a mouse tool. It's a secret thing they're gonna save for later. It's just a bomb.
Yeah.
They call it like an exploding thing or something.
Yeah.
Like that does not say the word bomb. But Jesse's like, I'm gonna commit an act of terrorism later on in the episode. Look out
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah.
They're just terrorists. They're just
Straight up
low-key
terrorists. Straight up. And this isn't the first time.
Yeah, on the way to meeting the gym leader, they see that the gym leader's giving like a class to everybody, and she says a pretty Pokemon is a strong Pokemon as she wipes the freaking snot off Gloom's face. And then in my head, I was just like, did she just low-key roast Gloom in front of everybody?
And then Brock's is sitting there in simp heaven, dude.
Literally
the only dude. He just got in there and he's just loving life. Absolutely loving life.
Yeah. And I just decided that Gloom's literally just a skunk Pokemon. Just
Oh,
a
yeah.
ball of skunk.
Yeah, totally. I don't know. I mean, like, if all the things they make a skunk Pokemon later, I don't know why they decided a plant was going to be the skunk. I guess plants can be smelly too, I guess, but
Yeah, they do give off spores.
sometimes.
Yeah. So we get Erica's backstory, which is the gym leader, by the way, and she was
She's
in
not wearing a yukata in this. Well,
Uh-uh.
she is in the shop, but she's not in her.
Not in the
Yeah.
gym. Not in, like, the gym attire.
Kind of weird. They have her in a yukata in the games, probably because they don't want to change the sprite. But then in the anime, they just have her in a regular outfit, which is animated. There's no like clear traces of.
In the manga, she's in a
Yeah.
yukata as well, I believe.
I like yukatas. Why did they take that away from me?
So I want to put out a little facty as well about this whole scenario. So I think they literally built this entire episode based off of one NPC in the games. So in Celadon City, where this is, you can go up to the Celadon gym and like there's a guy in there, like an old man sprite, just staring into like the window of the gym, and you talk to him. He just says, "I love this gym. It's filled with pretty girls." That's literally
Oh
what
my
he says. I'm
God.
like, look at this effing pervert.
You've got
And so
both lasses.
they made an entire episode based on that. I honestly like, if it wasn't for the fact they had like the actual perfume like drawn and stuff like that, I would have believed that the Japanese version just straight up talks about how hot they are or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So anyway, it shows Erica's backstory. She's in a back alley, and there's a Grimer just being a creep, and then Gloom comes
Dude,
out
Rip
and
Grimer.
saves the day.
Grimer's just the freaking bad guy of these episodes.
Yeah, literally.
Freaking
Yeah.
bookending both ends of the show today.
Yeah, he freaking starts out as a creep and ends as a creep.
Dang guy.
So the Ash is dressed up as a girl still, talking to everybody, and Pikachu is just like, "You're Ash." And Ash is like, no, I'm not. And then Pikachu zaps Ash, and only the wig gets burnt off for some reason.
Erica says like the tragic story, right? And then Misty goes, "Man, I wish Ash were here to hear that." And Ash just goes, "I heard it."
That's what it was. Yeah. So then this time Ash is like, "Well, I want to battle you, Erica," and she's like, "Fine, I accept the challenge this time." And she said because the Pokemon League rules. She says now because of the Pokemon League rules. But it's like, what about last time when you said he doesn't like perfume, so he can't
He wasn't
battle?
at the gym, so.
True.
Got her. Loopholes, right? Good job,
Yep.
Erica.
So a battle ensues. Erica, she hurts Ash's Bulbasaur and then is like, yo, I'm sorry. I'll hook you up with some drugs later, Bulbasaur.
Yeah, that was great. That was great, dude.
I'll give you some service.
Yeah. And then Ash is like, you know what? I'm just going to use my brain. Throws out a Charmander. Charmander cooks
like,
Weeping Bell.
Why didn't you use your Charmander first? Type advantage, Ash. Type advantage.
I don't know which Pokemon it was fighting, but at one point Charmander uses Skull Bash. And this is my actually of the episode, and this is an interesting one too because there's a lot more like details with it. Because I heard Ash go, "Charmander, use Skull Bash," and I'm like, wait a second, Charmander doesn't learn Skull Bash. And I look it up. I'm right. He doesn't learn Skull Bash, except for in Generation 1, you can teach Charmander Skull Bash with a TM. Only Generation 1.
Wow.
Only in red, blue, and yellow. No other games can it learn Skull Bash.
Interesting. Can later evolutions learn Skull
Nope.
Bash? Wow.
Nope. So this is the only so it's kind of a actually, but also not because it's like,
It is canon.
I guess I'll allow it.
Is Skull Bash a fighting type move?
No, it's a normal type attack.
And Charizard's not normal?
Well, it's fire flying.
So it's...
Regardless, I mean, they can learn other things that aren't their types, but it just was surprising to me that I don't know. I just it was like, wait, that's not right, but apparently it was. So the battle continues, I guess.
Yep, the battle continues on. Gloom farts on Charmander. Charmander's Dunsky. But Team Rocket interrupts the fight, as always, as per usual. With their bomb, they just decide to nuke the entire gym.
It's like, we got the perfume, let's kill everybody.
Yeah. They blow up the gym, it's on fire. So now everybody's just like, crap, we got to get everybody out, get all the Pokemon out. And Gloom is still stuck inside. Erica's like, where's my Gloom? He saved my life. And Ash is like, oh my god, okay. So Ash runs back in there to be the hero, saves the Gloom, comes back out after the day is saved.
He ran into a burning building.
Yeah.
What
Runs
a hero.
for a Gloom.
What an absolute hero.
Yeah, a
I would
trash
never go for a
Pokemon.
Gloom.
It's
but
like Peter in Spider-Man 2 where he's like, there's a kid in the second floor.
I'd do it for a Trubbish. I'd do it for a Trubbish, but not a Gloom.
Yeah.
Then
Any day of
afterwards, afterwards Ash hears, just like Peter, Ash hears, oh my god, there wasn't an Oddish that didn't make it out.
So Ash comes back out, gives Erica the Gloom, and she's like, hey, you earned it. Gives him a badge, and Ash Ketchum, once again, gets another badge.
Another
earned
freebie.
By not winning the fight.
Yeah, not only fight, but just doing a
He
good
gets the
deed.
participation award.
I do have a stupid Pokemon noises for the episode too. It's just Gloom. It's not bad or anything. I just think it's stupid.
How does it go again? Like,
It's just like gloom, 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 gloom. It's just dumb. It's just a dumb
it
one.
should sound more like gloom.
Like they put a little bit of a razzle dazzle with Oddish. It goes like Oddish, Oddish, and then Gloom's just like gloom, gloom, gloom. I'm like, oh, you're so bad.
They didn't
What is-
even try.
They didn't even
Is it
try.
Blossom like Blossom?
Yeah, Blossoms is great as well. I don't know what Vileplume was like Vileplume. Yeah, they just didn't try it with Gloom at all. They made a whole episode for it and they didn't even try. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm done. Dumb Pokemon, bad.
Yeah.
Chitsy.
So it's episode 27.
Episode
thing.
27.
It-
What's this one called?
This one is called Hypno's Nap Time.
What a way to spoil it, by the way. Good point, by the way. It's straight up a
the first
spoiler.
episode. This episode is about an incident where Hypno took a child away. If you don't know, that's
Not just one thing.
Yeah, that's just one.
Child's.
Well,
But-
the episode is.
Yeah, but the that's one of the Pokemon entries. I think it was in Leaf Green.
Well, in Leaf Green, Fire Red and Leaf Green, that actually is a side quest.
Yeah.
You save a kid from a Hypno.
Wow, that's
The
pretty.
kid's just like, oh yeah, we were just playing.
Yeah, but
And you're like, sure you were, kid. Sure you were.
there was an actual Pokedex entry where it says there was an incident where it took a child away.
Yep.
It's like, oh god.
I think it might just be the Red and Blue.
Yeah.
Were one of
So
them.
they're still in Celadon, as we know, because Celadon's a big
They have
freaking
to
city.
be. I don't think they actually say, but they have to be.
Yeah, it didn't show that they went anywhere.
Yeah.
But they they find, as they're walking, a woman runs up and hugs Ash and puts
Just smashes Ash right in there, dude.
yeah, puts her boobs right in his face, goes right in her boobs, and it's
Those
like,
were
oh
just
my
boobs.
god,
Those were mommy milkies,
it's like,
dude.
wait,
Mommy.
they didn't edit this out? Holy
Not at all,
crap!
dude. Not at all.
It's like they just kept that in, because I know, because if you don't know by this point, some stuff they keep in Japanese kids shows, America's like, no, because Japan's like, oh, whatever, kids will be
Kids was like, I like the mommy milkers too. We got to show the kids.
So she hugs him. It's like, oh, I thought you were my little boy.
No. She thinks.
Yeah.
She doesn't say that. She's just like, Arnold, you're safe.
Yeah, that's what I try to say. It's like, oh, after she's done, I was like, oh, I thought you were my little boy. I thought you were my little Arnold.
I still think she thinks he's Arnold,
Yeah.
right? Or does she say that?
No. She's like,
She hugs him thinking it's Arnold.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
but then it's like, oh, I thought you were my Arnold. And then Jenny comes up. It's like, oh yeah, a bunch of kids have gone missing. And then I think
you have
Brock,
a wall of all
yeah.
kids missing
And then
posters.
Brock's like, oh man, you're the hottest one yet. And Misty's like, they all still look the same.
Oh, real quick, I got a brain dead
Yeah.
one for this one. So Misty gets the brain dead award,
Oh.
or more so, I thought about renaming just this specific one to Too Soon, the Too Soon
Oh,
award,
no.
because Misty's looking at all these posters on the wall,
Uh-oh.
and then she says, "I'm gonna be on a poster someday too, when I'm a star."
Oh no!
Oh.
Oh no,
It's like
Misty.
Misty, too soon,
Misty, calm
too
down.
soon.
Calm
Misty,
down.
stop.
It's almost like a foreshadowing moment if you really think about it too. So
Officer Jenny's
Interesting.
like, well, there are these sleep waves that make Pokemon all drowsy, and like they go into the they go into the Pokemon Center
Center.
where they find that out, and all the Pokemon are tired. And she literally flicks it in front of Pikachu, and it's like, wow, real concern there for Pikachu. It's like Pikachu's just like dead. It's like, oh my god.
this sleep waves things is absolute BS. By the way, that's the dumbest effing thing I've ever heard. They just completely made something up completely just for this
Yeah.
episode. One thing is when they got to the Pokemon Center and looked at all the Pokemon. I don't remember who says this. I think it was Ash
It's
that says
Ash,
this.
yeah.
Do you know what I'm gonna say? He looks at this Magikarp and goes, "Looks like it's ready for the deli counter."
yeah. Yeah. I wonder if it's based off actual hypnotism stuff.
I mean, maybe, but there's she has a robot, like not a robot, a machine that tracks sleep waves. Bull crap, dude, that's bull.
Yeah,
And
that's
then,
like a,
spoiler alert, Team Rocket goes like, "There's a lot of sleep waves around the area." I'm like, "Shut up, you don't know what they are either."
yeah, that sounds like a sci-fi concept
It's
that
so
they just
it's
pulled
so
out
dumb,
of their
dude.
butt.
Absolute BS.
So they're like, hey, I heard maybe they're wait, I can't remember. It's been a while. There's a
They
gap.
go follow the sleep waves.
Yeah, they follow the sleep waves. There's been a gap where I watched this to when we recorded. Sorry, guys. And they follow the sleep waves and they follow them to a society called the Pokemon Lover Society. And
yeah, so this is where I started getting some creepy vibes because
like,
I knew it was Hypno and Drowsy.
Yeah.
And I know what people associate Hypno and Drowsy with, and then it's just a group of old people. I literally was just like, my first thought, and this is how bad I am, I guess, but my very first thought was, oh, so this is like the Jeffrey Epstein of Pokemon world.
And it's at the top. It's at the top of a
It's at,
giant
the penthouse,
tower,
dude. Yeah. Yep.
Penthouse on a freaking skyscraper.
I'm
oh
just-
my god!
I saw this, and I'm just like, oh gosh.
I did not make that
I'm
connection.
glad you didn't.
I did not either,
Although
but
when
it's
you
also
said a bunch of old people at a party, I thought my head went straight to lemonparty.com.
But I think the reason I didn't think that way is because I don't remember any kids being in that building when they
No,
go
there
inside.
wasn't.
It was
There
just
was-
it's just Pokemon.
They didn't find the kids there,
Yeah.
thank goodness. If they would have found the
Yeah.
kids there would have been a lot more implications than what I'm
This
even
would have been
pointing
banned
out.
episode number 2.
Well, they did find them close by, which if they were on their property, they'd probably have some questioning. But I don't think they are because they see that they're pretty much worshiping in the circle a Drowsy and a Hypno.
It's
like
because they'd help him sleep.
Oh.
The drowsy and hypno would put them to sleep because they they're just really big fans of naps.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, I could respect that at least.
Yeah.
I like naps.
And so it's like, oh wow, so they must be causing problems. Hey guys, these guys are causing problems. Like, oh, we didn't know. We're sorry. And then the hypno hypnotizes Misty and turns her into a Pokemon.
They wanted to see if they could use Misty to track the kids.
And so then she runs out the door. It's like, oh my god, follow her. And then all the kids that went missing are just Pokemon in the park. Which
dude,
they didn't
funny.
They didn't think to look like if they're searching for these kids.
It's been 3 days.
It's been 3 days,
and they didn't think to look in the park.
Yeah, like in the vicinity. It's still in the vicinity of the city. That's like a freaking kid getting lost in New York Central Park.
Yeah, and like, don't get me wrong, like cities like New York and Tokyo are stupidly huge, but this is just a park. This literally is just a park. Like, come on, Officer Jenny. Maybe she should get the brain dead award. She's a really bad cop.
I think my favorite part about that part too, when all the kids start waking up, is like, instead of saying, "Where the freak am I?" they're just like, "I want to be a fireman. I want to be a doctor."
Spoilers, jeez, spoilers.
Yo,
I'm not there yet.
So when they see all these kids, though, I could not stop laughing. My favorite one though has to be the little girl that's a Magikarp.
Just in the water. And then Jenny's like, "Hey, stop that." Magikarp. And then they're like, what do we do? All these kids have brain scramble. It's like, duh, we used the drowsy and the hypno.
For real though?
Yeah.
Like, this is like some traumatic event that these kids are going to have to go through therapy for years for. Like, there's no way. 3 days. They had to eat things like Pokemon too, so they're like eating grass and dirt and stuff like that.
Well, I'm not sure the validity of it, but I'm pretty sure hypnosis is used in like therapeutic stuff.
Well, not like turning kids into Pokemon. That's traumatic.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but if you forget, if they
forgot it all.
Yeah, if they don't know it, because sometimes when people get hypnotized, they'll be like, "Oh, I didn't know what was going on."
Except for the girl in the puddle, she's like, "Why the freak am I wet?
Yeah.
Why am I in a puddle?
I'm gonna be a fireman."
Yeah. So the kids wake up. They say they want to be an occupation. I want to be a priest. It's like, you don't want to be a priest, kid. So Team Rocket, they come up with a scheme to I think steal Hypno. It's been a while. I'm sorry.
I don't even remember this part.
So
either.
This happened on top of the building.
Yeah, they're taking Hypno and Drowsy back.
Yeah, and they said, "Why are we here?" I don't know. We have to fill half an hour.
We have to fill at least half an hour.
So they literally they threw it in to fill the episode because unlike the new Pokemon, I heard that
the problem resolved itself.
Yeah.
So they had to do something.
And so I can't remember. Like, Team Rocket does something and they blast off again.
Yeah, I literally don't remember what they did.
They were there for like literally a minute.
The only thing I remember is their fourth wall break.
Yeah,
that's
same.
it. And apparently they blasted off, I guess. What blasted them off?
Don't remember.
There you have it, folks. We don't remember.
Apparently,
Team Rocket's there
according to the notes, it says Drowsy saves the kids and the Pokemon. The Pokemon, they stopped the wave, the Drowsy wave.
Yeah, the Drowsy saved the kids.
Yeah.
I guess saved the kids, if you want to call it that.
And then there's a Psyduck that comes around that was ill at the Pokemon Center, and then it's like Misty's like, "What do I do with this thing?" And then he takes off a Pokeball. And it's like, "Oh no, my Pokeball!" And then he hits it, and it spins.
I love that.
And then he hits it again and captures himself. And then Misty's like, "What am I gonna do with the Psyduck?"
You'll see that occasionally throughout the series, Pokemon catching themselves, and it's always so funny to me. Just the fact that they push the button themselves always gets me to laugh. Always.
And Psyduck, despite his name, is a pure water type.
Correct.
I don't know why they didn't ever classify him as psychic water, but whatever.
Well, Golduck's not a gold type.
He still has.
Gotcha.
I mean, that one they could have done psychic water, but he's pure water too.
He's also not even gold. He's blue.
He's
blue. Actually, I looked up the name.
The yellow one.
I looked up the name. Apparently, like, it has something to do with like gold something being like related to psychic fortune telling. I'd have to look it up, but that's why he's called. There's a reason why he's called Golduck.
Golduck.
So I
Yeah.
wrote in my notes that Psyduck is Cole's spirit animal,
Oh, because I get headaches a lot.
and Psyduck
Yeah.
always has a perpetual
do-
headaches.
Like in the movie, if you build up too much psychic energy, do you scream and blow something up?
Yeah, I'll blow up the whole
Yeah.
entire
See,
surrounding area.
I'm even more confused because in Detective Pikachu, he's like, oh no, he's building up too much psychic energy. It's like, and he's not psychic type still.
So, I don't understand a lot of the misconceptions people have. I understand the misconceptions. I don't understand like the need for it to be a psychic type. You don't have to be a psychic type Pokemon to
use
have
those
psychic type
moves, yeah.
attacks.
I know, but it just makes sense since a lot of his abilities around.
Charizard's on a dragon type.
I know, but they already categorize him with fire, flying, and he has fire and he has wings. Psyduck has water, and he has psychic.
He doesn't need psychic type.
I think it's the name that's putting you through the loop.
I think it's the
thing.
name.
I think
Yeah,
it's the
but
name.
he has used a lot of psychic ability. I'm just saying, whatever. I'm not a Pokemon genius.
My
I'm not a
Eevee in Let's Go Eevee had all sorts of moves. He was still
Yeah.
just a
was
normal
a
type
normal.
Eevee.
Little
Normal-
cute little guy.
Normals can learn several moves because they're just normal.
Well, that Eevee's just broken.
Well, it
'cause of
doesn't
the
matter
game.
what type they are. Most types can learn just about any other type of move. I mean, occasionally there'll be things like fire types typically can't learn water types, but sometimes they can.
Yeah.
Like Scald, that's a pretty popular water type move that fire types can learn sometimes.
Yeah, well, all I'm saying is that
Are you saying
Machamp
it's a
can't-
missed opportunity?
Yes, it's a missed opportunity. I think it was just typing during Gen 1. They're
Yeah,
like,
I think Gen
just-
1's just bad. I think that's
Yeah.
what it comes down to.
If-
Gen 1 is a lot
If
of
they had,
oversights.
if they were to
Retcon it?
retconning, it'd probably be water psychic.
I
but
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Whatever. Enough of my complaining. But also, one complaint is that Machamp can't learn Surf. I mean, he has 4 arms. Can't learn. Can't like do the,
Nidoking
he
can
can't
learn
do
surf.
He can't do a mean.
What is a needle?
He can't do a mean
He's a
backstroke with
reptile
4 of
guy.
his
Oh, I
arms.
know,
4
but
of
is
his
he just a
arms.
reptile?
Like a dinosaur.
Dinosaur?
He's a big hamster.
But anyways, I guess Machamp's not in our last episode.
He's not in any of them. Oh, I guess
Yeah.
Machop
Oh,
is.
Chop
yeah.
is.
Machop.
But next episode is episode 28. I'm going to kind of go
I
through
love
this
Machamp.
relatively fast. Honestly, there's not a lot that happens in this
Yeah.
episode. I'm just going to be straight up real with you guys. It's a snoozer.
It's called Pokemon Fashion Flash.
So the gang is walking down Shibuya, Scissor Street.
Scissor Street?
That's what it's called.
Oh, yeah. Because fashion.
Yeah, because fashion.
My dirty brain.
But they
Sorry.
literally have like the 109 on top of one of the buildings. Oh, I'm still there in Shibuya. I got it. And so they're walking down and they see an Ekans and a coughing all dressed up all fancily, and everybody's like, this is some crazy fashion. I don't really get it. But whatever. And the reason why they're there is because Brock's a breeder. He wants to be a breeder. He's looking around to go breed, and he's trying to figure out how to be the best breeder like no one ever bred. And so he's looking for a specific shop, and as they're walking through this area, he finds the specific shop, which is I guess ran and / owned by a girl named Susie, who is a very prominent breeder in the area. And when they get there, she's massaging this Chansey. And I really hate this scene, like, a lot. Because the Chansey is, like, glistening. Like, it's all oiled up and stuff. And it made me very uncomfortable watching the Chansey get massaged. But, I mean, the owner came back and...
Hey, you got to take care of your Pokemon.
I understand,
Yeah.
but I don't know if
That's
you
a
need
new
the oil
level. That's a new
massage.
level of intimacy.
I guess... I mean, we got to make this joke at least once, right? They are breeders. Dun.
She's just getting her prep, getting that Chansey primed and ready.
Primed and ready. The owner picks up the Chansey and they leave. They start talking to Susie, and Brock is like slowly building up the courage to ask her to like take him on as like a pupil, like a student, a tutor,
A learnerer.
What is there's a word there. I don't know. My brain's not working. But it's hilarious because Brock's like, I want to breed with you. I mean, I want you to breed me. I mean, I want you to teach me how to breed. It's just all like
smooth.
like very smooth
would've-
Pokemon for kids.
I would have been really concerned if they slipped in the line, I want to breed with you. Be like, no!
They may have not have slipped it in, but they knew what they were doing. There's no way they didn't know what they were doing with that line. So Susie declines and says that she's too busy. And the store is literally empty. There's nobody else in the store but them.
She's just rubbing down the Chansey.
She's too busy. She's rubbing down a Chansey. Anyway, they stick around. They start checking out the place, and they see this very pompous Vulpix. Misty goes up to try to pet it, and Susie tries to warn her not to pet it, and Vulpix flames her head. Some fire, like the Human Torch flame on. Then Susie sets him down for lunch. I'm like, Susie, I thought you were busy. You're gonna treat them to lunch and everything too. Like, come on, you got time to teach my boy how to breed. And so during this little lunch / tea break that they're having, Misty asks Susie about the different styles that they're seeing, and Susie tells him it's this shop that opened up down the street is trying all these different crazy styles basically to get some easy money. And it's working real well. It's become a big fashion trend in the area. And I don't quite remember why Misty leaves. I think she just decides to leave. Because I don't think they got mad at her or anything like that.
Yeah, I think she just wanted to go.
She just left.
Check it out.
So her and Sai go and check it out. Actually, no. Now that I think about it, I think her and Ash probably got into a fight, which made her storm out. That sounds familiar, but that happens in every episode as well. So who knows? It's been a bit, but yeah. So she leaves and she goes checks out the store, and she's waiting in line. And as she's waiting in line, the camera shows what's going on inside of there, and we get to see what it actually is. It's Team Rocket. And we had a nice little foreshadowing moment. Earlier, we saw the coughing and the Ekans. That was clearly supposed to be Team Rocket's coughing and Ekans. And they're inside really just dressing up these Pokemon. On a side note,
I finally remember what Team Rocket's plan was for the previous episode.
Oh, yeah?
And what they wanted to do was they wanted to steal Hypno and Drowsy to put their boss to sleep so they could have time off.
Oh, yeah. That's
that is so dumb.
That's sad, though. They don't get time off. Poor guys.
Wow. Giovanni is truly the most evil villain.
Absolutely rude dude.
Although, actually, there might be even more evil villains, but I'm not sure.
Oh, there's some pretty bad dudes in the Pokemon world. Anyway, so they're styling up these Pokemon, and they're doing the dumbest things you've ever seen.
They look like clowns.
Literally looking like clowns. Put on clown makeup, put all these things on them. And then it cuts back to what's going on with Susie and Ash and Brock, and they decide to do this little presentation of how to be a good breeder, a little mini thing. It's almost it's hilarious because Ash suggests it to be you could get a lot more customers back over to your place, even though you're so busy. You can get some customers back over to your place to check out this little mini breeding seminar, which is cool because also Brock gets a little bit of he gets a little bit of both. Oh, I guess they had a little moment too with Brock's Pokemon food as well.
Vulpix liked it.
Yeah, Vulpix liked the food, and that's just foreshadowing for later too, but we're gonna get there. So they're doing this little seminar. Susie's massaging up Pikachu and just giving him the works, and there's a crowd starting to build up.
There's sacks underneath the cheeks. Those red cheeks are the sacks.
The electric sacks.
If you mush them, Pikachu likes that, and it makes him shock better.
Never heard that before until the anime, by the way. I don't know if that's true or not. Cannot confirm.
It does make sense that those would be a source of power because
I agree, but I don't know if massaging would do better for him.
Maybe you have to think of it like a muscle. When you massage muscles, it feels
good.
Then again, if you're rubbing your dog, not that way. Not that way.
I didn't say anything. I didn't even grin. Okay, I grinned, but I didn't make any noises.
You made a little
not that way. But
that's just. But
anyways,
just breathing.
Massaging your dog to make him better, to make him feel better. And I think our camera's about to die, so we should probably.
Yeah, we're getting there. Don't worry. It just barely hit the sign, so we got another couple minutes or so.
All right, let's continue on with the episode.
So they're doing the little trial preview thing with the Pikachu, and it cuts back to Misty standing in line. All of a sudden, everybody in line is gone because they wanted to go watch Susie do her little demonstration. So Misty's able to finally get in, and she's able to get a little makeover with Psyduck, and she, for some reason, wants a makeover herself as well. So Team Rocket, knowing it's her, is oh crap, I guess we'll just try to keep her occupied, and then we could eventually get Pikachu somehow this way or whatever. But real talk, they're in it just for the money. They do have a little side thing of maybe we could steal some rare Pokemon, but they're just really just in it for the money. Like Meowth's counting his dollars. He's having a good time. Everybody's just happy with all the money that they're raking in. And so this is just a money scheme.
What I thought was interesting about that, though, was like Jesse and James are like, hell yeah, dude. Like, we're making money. We're having fun. While Meowth's counting his dollar bills, he's like, you guys got to remember what we're actually here for. We're here to get Pikachu. And I'm just like, you guys are raking it, though.
Yeah, dude.
You got a good business model.
They'll do that a lot. They'll do that. It's hilarious every time, I think. It's one of the recurring jokes that always gets me laughing.
It's funny how, like, they have a lot of true callings, and yet it's like, now we're going to work for We're going to work for the terrorist organization and ruin our lives.
Giant foreshadowing, like, spoiler kind of thing. Not really spoiler, but in the Journeys series, they become, like, live streamers. And, like, it's one of the best things. And it's so good. And I love that part. It's so funny to me. Anyway, going back. So they're giving Misty a makeover. They kind of dress her up like a clown. Meanwhile, Psyduck's like, oh, crap, this is Team Rocket. Wait. How does Psyduck know it's Team Rocket? Psyduck doesn't really know who Team Rocket is.
It's kind of funny.
Well,
Now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, that's kind of silly. But he does, and Psyduck goes off to go get the other homies and tell them about it. He gets to Susie's shop where Ash is now giving Pikachu the rub down. And Pikachu jumps off the table. Psyduck runs up, says like "Sai-ai-ai," and then Pikachu goes "Pee pee Pikachu," and then and they both run off. And like Ash and Brock and Susie, of course Susie's got to go too because she's a part of the group this episode. They go off to go towards Team Rocket's salon. What's it called? It's like the Roque salon.
Yeah, Roque.
Salon Roque.
Salon Roque.
Really, just right on the nose,
Yeah.
But. So they get there, they see Misty, she looks like a clown, they realize it's Team Rocket reveals themselves, tries to take the Pikachu like they do, then Susie decides to jump in with Vulpix and attack, and it all, culminates in how you expect. Team Rocket gets blasted off again, and they do get blasted off, but later on we see them again, and like everybody's like trying to get their money back from them, so they just had a rough life at that moment, just because their scam kind of went downhill.
Yeah.
Anyway, to wrap up that little episode, Susie's like, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to like hit the road too. I'm just going to go off and try to become a better breeder, even though I'm the best one on the block. I'm going to be even better. Here, take my Vulpix. I don't want it. And I'm just like,
he likes your food.
He likes your food. You can have it. And Brock's just like, oh, freak. Okay, I guess I'll take a Vulpix. And that's it. You got a Vulpix. Hooray! You got a Vulpix.
Yeah. I love how, I feel like the main squad kind of gets attached to their Pokemon, more so Ash than any of them, but everyone else in the Pokemon world is just trading, getting rid of, and giving away, and they're just like, I don't give an F. I don't know. That's
one of the best parts the anime has over on any of the other parts of the franchise, in my opinion. Like, the manga does it a little bit, but the anime still is better, where the relationship between the Pokemon and the actual trainers is far better. Like, they did it a little bit in the manga near the beginning, but that thing, like, slowly became a thing that wasn't as, like, much of a thing. Like, the starters still got a little bit of that treatment, but the anime is still number one when it comes to, like, human Pokemon relationships and just having Pokemon have actual, like, characters to them as well.
That reminds me of when people giving away their Pokemon so easily. It reminded me of when my sister, we were taking care of their dog. And it's like, oh yeah, if he's too much of a problem, you can just give him away. It's like, oh, okay. It's like, but luckily he was like very trained and not much of a nuisance. He was
so not a problem.
Yeah, so it's like, no, he's good. He's good.
Well, he's not going anywhere. Don't worry.
I didn't want to give him away anyways.
You didn't want to get a mouse out of the deal, eradicate,
or money.
Honestly,
do you think they trade Pokemon for money? They got to, right?
Oh, they sell them.
Honestly, if I
James
could,
bought a Magikarp, remember?
Oh yeah, totally.
Honestly, if I could have traded him for a Labrador, I probably would have. Sorry, Jake.
Oof. Rip the dog.
But he's a good boy.
And with that, gamers, I'm sorry. I'm going to stop saying gamers on the podcast. It's just going to be
trainers. All right, trainers.
All right, trainers. That'll be it for the first half. We're going to take a quick break, let our camera get a nice reheat or a cool down, and we'll be right back in just a few seconds or half a second or whatever. Maybe we should just start over. All right, guys, we're back from our break. I'm dying now. I'm sorry. We've got 2 more episodes to go over, episode 29 and episode 30. Skylar, you got our first episode. Lead us right into it.
So this was probably the best episode of the batches, if I'm being honest.
To be fair, though, the Magikarp girl, that's the best part of the whole 5 episodes.
Yeah.
Magikarp. That's best Pokemon noises.
So this one's called the Punchy Pokemon. So the gang sees Hitmonchan, who is training, and there's just a creepy girl hiding behind a tree. They don't see her.
I feel so bad for this girl. I'm gonna get to it in a second, but
So Ash tries to catch, or he tries to hype up Pikachu to go battle this Pokemon, but instead of just like blasting it with instead of blasting it with lightning, Ash is like, I guess we're gonna fight on its terms. It's turf. We're gonna box it. We're gonna box it.
I don't know where he got the boxing gloves,
Yeah,
but
me
he gave
either.
Pikachu some gloves.
Yeah.
Gloved him up.
So of course Pikachu just gets knocked the f out. He's
Pikachu
done
got a
skiing.
hit though.
Yeah.
Pikachu did get a hit.
He did get a hit, but he's
I
done.
don't know how, but he did.
Yeah. So then the Hitmonchan's trainer shows up. And apparently this guy left his kids to chase his career, his dream. And it seems to be a common theme in the Pokemon world.
See, that's why I felt so bad for the girl, because she's just stalking this Hitmonchan, waiting for her dad to show up.
I don't think
Just always watching this Hitmonchan, because she knows that where this Hitmonchan is, her dad eventually will show back up. Because it always goes back to he always goes back to Hitmonchan and not back to his family.
Rip.
I don't ever think parents leaving their kids for the career. I don't think that's ever happened in real life. I know that there's been some.
I know that happens in real life thing. I promise you it does.
Probably not in the bubble we grew up in.
It's like people like do their careers far more than they do their kids.
Whoa!
Okay, you're the one who put it in that context.
You should have worded. I'm with Thane. You should have worded that a little better.
Oh my gosh!
They put more time into their work than they do their own kids.
Get your minds out of the gutters.
But
get your minds out of the gutters.
But Thane, think about like rock stars or movie stars. How often do they get divorced because the wife is like or husband
that's a
goes
divorce.
both ways? Well, I'm just saying, like, maybe this guy got divorced.
But they still want to see their kids.
Do they though? I don't
people.
know.
I'm not saying
I'm not saying all of them. Yeah.
Not every situation's the same. And out of 10 relationships, I would say probably 7 or 8 are gonna stay.
Then again,
they're not leaving the kids for a career.
Then again, there is the thing where they get their girlfriend. No, I don't want to go into that. You know that.
This isn't political hour about relationships. But yeah, this dad kind of blows, and
bad dad number 7.
Rebecca, the girl that Cole was talking about, the creepy one behind the tree, rolls out and basically asks Ash, "Can you beat my dad because he sucks at being a dad? He's a bad dad."
Before he beats me, I'm sorry.
No, he wouldn't even give her the time of day to beat her.
Yeah,
that's true.
So
it's sad.
That's
dude,
so
it's
dark.
Sad.
This is supposed to be kid friendly hour.
You're telling me, and now we're gonna watch some freaking family fall apart.
So she tells Ash about the tournament, and Brock is like, "Yo, Ash, let's enter. I'm gonna use Geodude. You use Primeape." And then Ash has PTSD because he's like, "Freaking Primeape."
Brock's like, "I'll use the Pokemon that's weak to fighting type Pokemon."
Yeah,
that's great.
In an earlier episode, I think when
it's got big fists.
Yeah.
I think in the Erica episode, he was like, "Use Primeape," and he thinks, "Oh, Primeape's too wild." I mean,
Yep.
But I think you should have more faith in his Pokemon.
I don't think it's that. It's he's terrified of his own Pokemon.
He's scared of it. Yeah, Primeape would kill him.
That's kind of like you're raising a pit bull and it bites once, and then you're
you
really
leave
scared.
leave it in the kennel.
Yeah.
It's like, you're not coming out ever.
Yeah.
If I feed
but
you, it's
the
bonus.
kennel is also soundproof as well.
Yeah.
And it's a lot smaller. You can carry on your hip.
Ugh.
Chihuahuas bite more. Just saying.
So Team Rocket also finds out about the tournament and they want to enter, but they don't have a fighting type Pokemon, so they just steal one. They see a Hitmonlee and they're like, "You're ours now."
Wait, did they steal it? Was that somebody's?
Yeah, it was that dude's. There was a dude that was also entering the fight. He just stole his Pokemon.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
they
It's
tied him up
outfit.
and threw him in a closet.
Yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah. So the first battle was Primeape versus Machop. Primeape gets thrown out of the ring, but Ash does the thing where he saves his Pokemon, and then his Pokemon are like, "Wow, you're a good guy."
Dude, I love Primeape. Oh, I love Primeape. He's such a cutie, dude. That little he's doing. Oh, I love him. I love him so much, dude. He's best Pokemon.
So Primeape gets pumped up, and then he goes and just beats the hell out of the Machop.
Kills the Machop.
So then the next battle is Geodude versus Hitmonlee, which is Jessie. She's the one that's entered the tournament with. Well, I guess they're stacked on top of each other,
together.
and then Meowth's in the belly part.
What's funny is their costume makes them look like Giovanni from like the games.
Does it?
Yeah, he's got like the hat and like the trench coat, specifically like the Heart Gold Silver appearance of Giovanni.
Oh, excuse me. So Geodude and Hitmonlee are fighting, but as Cole mentioned, Brock's an idiot. So
yeah, Brock, just because it's got big hands doesn't mean you can throw them. It can barely even float, apparently.
Yeah. So Brock throws in the towel. Geodude gets his face kicked in. It's over. So then we got Hitmonlee versus Hitmonchan, which is Jessie versus the dad, the bad dad. And
Bad dad. What's his name?
I don't remember.
It's got to be. It's got to be some kind of like bad pun, right? Like Joe Boxing or
Rocky.
Or freaking Rocky.
Probably.
It's got to be something stupid like that.
So as this battle ensues, this
it's also
match.
Lieutenant Surge's voice.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't it?
They just have like 4 or 5 voice actors online
Probably,
for this show.
As the battle ensues, Meowth cheats and he puts glue on the ring. And
so, even as a kid, I thought that was dumb. Because, like, how does the glue stick pierce the floor? That never made sense to me even as a kid. I remember that very specifically.
Wait, when does Pikachu use Rocket Punch?
That was before.
Yeah, that was in the first battle where he was like...
Yeah, that's how he was able to land the hit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember he, like, does an after image thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gamer.
Yeah, so
I'm sorry.
Hitmonchan's stuck.
Trainered.
And instead of just letting Hitmonchan get his face kicked in, Rebecca is just like, no, don't hit my dad's Pokemon, and steps in front of the way. And then the
Idiot kid.
Yeah. Then the dad protects her, and then he throws in the towel. I guess he just has a coming to Jesus moment.
If anything, she should have been like, yeah, kill my father's Pokemon.
Yeah, literally. So after that, the family's back together, and now Ash is needing to beat Team Rocket or Jessie.
So, like, that's so silly. Ash isn't even the one that beats the dad. It's just freaking Team Rocket beats the dad. It's so funny to me. Yeah. If they just would have, like, if no one would have, like, gotten involved, everything would have worked itself out just fine.
Yeah, they're just like, let's just end this little side story up real quick. End it up real quick. So anyway, the family's back together. Now we got Primeape versus Hitmonlee. And Primeape has the advantage, but Meowth has rigged the match once again. But Pikachu catches him this time, and he's like, hey, what are you doing?
Pikachu comes in clutch, dude. Pikachu's so funny in this episode. I love him.
You know, Primeape wins the fight, and the dad... This kind of goes back to my other comment of the last couple episodes we were talking about where the girl just gave away her Vulpix because the dad is like, hey, you got a tough Primeape. Give him to me. I will train him.
Yeah, so it's like... Wait, we only saw Primeape, and Ash could be like, okay.
Yeah, so I've got a couple things to say about all of these little interactions.
Yeah.
First thing, we got Primeape like 3 or 4 episodes ago. We saw him once during a flashback, and now on this episode. This is Primeape's 3rd, technically 2nd appearance in the anime, and he's already gone. So that sucks by itself, because I love Primeape.
Does he ever get Primeape back?
No, never does. I don't think in fact, like, I don't think you ever see Primeape ever again. Maybe, like, a minor flashback once, and that's it. Okay, next up. As much as I love Primeape, but I love the little moment where he's like, I love that. It's so undeserved. So undeserved. Ash does literally nothing but freaking falls underneath him. And that's enough to make Primeape love him. When literally 3 or 4 episodes ago, he's just killing the kid, and everything inside just killing him for the hat. And I'm just like, okay, it's I don't know, dude. Just that relationship is so undeserved. And then to top it all off, the bad dad goes, crap, my Pokemon sucks. It lost. I better get a new Pokemon to leave my family for. That's why he takes Ash's Primeape.
And Primeape's just crying.
Yeah, Primeape was sad.
Well,
he's like,
my dad gave me up just like that.
No, dude, he's like, bro, my screen time. What are you doing? Give me back my screen time.
It's like the writers, like, we don't like Primeape. And so
dude, I was so sad.
Like,
I love Primeape.
Come on.
Primeape's the best.
Come on. I really would have wished, like, I'm going to the Pokemon League. I'm going to need a strong Pokemon. My Primeape. That never happens.
No, never. Aww. I effing love Primeape, though. It's always been one of my favorites. I freaking love it, dude. Such a good Pokemon.
Is there any other monkey Pokemon besides Zera?
Apom,
Apom. Oh,
Passimian.
Passimian.
Is what's
the monkey trio in Unova.
Yeah.
Pansage, Simisage, or Pansage, Simisage, Panseer, Simiseer, Sibipore, and Panpour. Those are the 6 of them.
What's the new mythical one they had?
Zarude.
Zarude. That's right.
Oh, and there's a new one. There's a legendary one. His name is freak. It's funny. It's it's like a stupid word. Oh, dude, I gotta figure it out. New monkey Pokemon. It's called. Oh, I guess Grafaiai is technically a monkey as well, but that's not the one I was thinking of. It's this one. What's it called? Tell me what it's called. I can see a picture of it. It is called. I'm so close. Okay, it's called Monkey Dory.
Nice.
Monkey Dory.
Like
Monkey Dory Luffy.
Like Hunky Dory, Monkey Dory.
Nice.
It's paired up with a
goodbye,
with a dog
Primate.
Pokemon
It was short-lived.
and a bird Pokemon. The dog is called Okidogi, and the bird is called Pheasantipity. Oh, I love those names. So good. But Monkey Dory. Okay, those are all the monkey Pokemon. But Primate's number 1.
I'm gonna miss you, Primate.
Yep, that's the end of Primate, and that takes us into the last episode of the day called Sparks Fly for Magnemite.
That's you, Thane.
That is me. And this episode is about Magnemite.
This is like round 2.
Oh my god, there's muck everywhere.
This is round 2 of like freaking like let's make Pikachu sick for some reason. But this one he's really sick this time.
So they go in a place literally called Gringy City.
Well, it's got to be like the outskirts of Celadon, right?
Yeah.
So it's like
It's just a waste.
It's like a nasty town, and like all the people are sucked too.
Yeah. And literally, like, this place is like
just a absolute garbage.
Yeah.
Cesspool, cesspit. It's like a
This is like
what's
the
it called?
underbelly
Pollution.
of Celadon, pretty much. And it has so much pollution that it's literally sapping the energy of the Pokemon. Because literally huffing in the poison air, and it's killing them. It's like you take your dog for a walk in like freaking Detroit or something, and literally they just huff all that bad air, or Las Vegas, and they huff all that cigarette smoke, and they just like topple.
It's
you're
like
like,
rip
oh my
the
god,
Pokemon.
my dog. Well, you should probably just stay in the.
Why are they
neighborhood
there?
area.
Is it just where they're traveling through?
Yeah, there's
Is that
probably
all it
go
is?
through.
Yeah.
It's just town of the week.
Yeah,
material.
I mean, it makes sense. Well, I mean, we used to do Forest of the Week. We got to have a section of Town of the Week, right?
So they're like, man, this place is a environmental, it's environmental hazard, and they cut to Team Rocket. Meowth's like, just use these suits to crawl underneath to the power plant, and it's like, no one would ever do this, because literally that is like, even with those suits, they'll probably like eat away. Probably like that sewer water's probably acidic by now.
Were they like scuba suits or like?
Yeah, they're like scuba suits, but they had like, they're like air tanks, but they're like also looked like hazard suits kind of. They're like a weird hazard. Like, just think, would you ever, even with a hazard suit, would you ever crawl into New York subway system?
I do with a hazard suit.
I would never do that. That's just gross. Like,
as long as I can't smell it,
Yeah, if
and
I can't
know
smell it.
I'm not gonna touch
probably-
any of it.
that's probably what the plumbers need to wear, is like the hazard suits and like gas mask, or like,
They're Chads. They don't give an F.
yeah, if you're used to it.
Crazy.
But that's a big city sewer system. I would never. That's where like millions of people's shites are going.
So this is just the plumber or the sewage system of Celadon, essentially.
Yeah.
This is the environmental episode. The
It's
commentary
literally
on
it's literally
environmentalism.
pollution
Yeah.
is bad. The episode.
Yeah. So it's like they go to the Gringy City Poke Center. It's like, help, our Pikachu's dying, and
This story doesn't give an F.
Oh,
Yeah,
she's
she's like,
so over
I
her
don't-
job. She's like,
Oh.
F this. I hate my life.
oh, so what? Your Pikachu's dying. It's like,
Yeah, get a
That's-
line, buddy. They're all dying.
That's
All
how.
the
That's
Pokemon
how.
are dying.
I thought that's how realistic nurses are. Like, you get so numb to like people dying. It's like, Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
That's unfortunate.
I don't think nurses. I mean, I'm sure they do, but not very often do nurses just give up like Nurse
Yeah.
Joy. She's
Yeah,
just
you
done.
you don't bring in like Skylar half dead from some
Yeah.
disease and be like, help me, nurse. The nurse just get in line. There's a bunch of dead
Yeah.
people here too. You're next. That's what Nurse
I have a
Joy did
feeling-
though.
But I feel like nurses are that cold. It's like, yeah, dying. Let's just get you on the slab.
It's just very
Yeah.
like abstract from all the other Nurse Joys we've
Yeah.
seen. They're all
'Cause
very.
they're also
very-
nice.
I'm
And
pretty sure
Well,
Ash
some-
makes a comment on that, doesn't he? Doesn't he say
it's
like,
like,
"Oh,
wow, you're a
you-"
bad nurse.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a side comment of like
Yeah.
wow, you must be the runt of the family or
Yeah.
something like
yeah,
that.
the
like,
raunchy
actually,
cousin
I
or
am.
something.
No, she says no. All the other ones are the weird ones.
Oh, yeah.
That's what she says or something like that.
Yeah.
That was a rebuttal anyway.
And then like they got all these Pokemon in there. It's like, yeah, all these Pokemon are dying. It's like, you gotta do something. And as things get bad, it goes to worse because all the power goes out, and all those Pokemon on life support are
They're not life anymore.
they're
No
not gonna
life.
live
I don't know.
anymore.
Like, why does a hospital have a generator?
Yeah, hospitals usually have generators.
I guess they normally got Pikachu generators, but if all the Pokemon are dying, there goes
Yeah.
their generator
So
too, right?
maybe we've brought this up or not. I don't remember. But up to this point, I think we've seen lots of, if not worse, things happen to Team Rocket or Ash or Brock or Misty, where they're literally, they
Dying,
should be
yeah.
dead. They never go to the hospital.
No,
Pokemon goes in one battle and he goes to the hospital.
I don't think you actually see humans ever get hurt or actually like physically hurt where
And
it lasts.
I don't think we've seen a human hospital if they even exist, right?
I don't think we have. I don't think we will either.
So they're like,
Oh, and that's not true. I'm pretty sure we do later on.
I'm
Like,
not.
much later.
I'm not sure if they go to Jenny first, or they try to, but it's like, yeah, it's the power plant's problem. Then they go to the power
Well,
plant.
they leave Pikachu at
Yeah.
the hospital
Yeah.
or at the Pokemon Center first,
Yeah,
and Pika's got like the red face. Like,
Yeah.
Pika!
he's got a Poke cold.
He got a Poke cold, and he's just.
Ash didn't rub the sacks good enough.
What-
No,
Wasn't
I
it-
gotta
what
rub
did
him
he
the
say
sacks
is-
a lot better. A little pinch and roll kind of action, if you know what I mean.
I know.
No,
what
no,
you
no,
mean.
wait.
Let's go.
No. So yeah, so Pikachu's has a cold. It's like, let's go to the power plant. Let's go find out something. And then they go to the power plant. It's totally abandoned.
Pikachu just followed him, right?
Yeah.
Just jumped out of bed.
Then
and said,
Pikachu
"F you."
decided to follow
Nurse
them. It's
doesn't
like,
care.
Pikachu, what are you doing here? It's like, oh, you want to help? You're such a good boy.
Nurse Joy just watching.
Yeah.
She's like sitting at her desk. I just
Yeah.
imagine this anyway. She's like sitting at her desk, and all of a sudden she sees like Pikachu like jump out of like the bed, out of the corner of her eye. She's like sees the Pikachu like hobble over like right in front of her, and she's just like, I can't be bothered.
She just
Yeah.
keeps playing solitaire.
She
Yeah.
just keeps playing solitaire.
So there's like, but like as they think it's abandoned, there's things crawling in the dark, and there's like, oh my gosh, this place is scary, and then they run to a Magnemite. It's just a cute little ball of energy. It's like, oh my gosh,
Was it the
it's-
Magnemite a stalker? They were creeping. He was creeping
Yeah.
on him.
Yeah.
So Magnemite kept following Pikachu
Yeah.
around, and then
You'll
Ash
see in a little while.
he says Pikachu's being chased around by Magnemite like some kind of streaker. And then
It's like-
Brock gets all like blushed and like in a huff and goes, "Ash, don't you mean stalker?" Ash called
Yeah.
Magnemite a streaker.
Let's go.
Good job, 4Kids, letting
Yeah.
that one go through. That's great. Good stuff.
And then the Magnemite actually like goes around Pikachu, and it's like, and it wants to like make love.
As
Yeah.
sad as is to like how Pikachu's just like not doing good, it's effing adorable watching him run
Yeah.
around in circles while Magnemite chasing him. It's so cute to me. He's just like Pika, and Magnemite's just
Yeah, and as they keep exploring into the basement, they find two workers, and it's like, what's going on here? Like, we don't know.
we can't be bothered to
We
try to
can't-
fix it
we
either.
can't see. Why were we?
Like, we can't
fix
see.
it.
We're
We
trying to
can't see.
figure out the problem.
You want us to do our job that we get
Yeah.
paid to do? Why would we do
Why would
that?
we ever do our job?
And
we
then
get,
as they're-
we get paid to not do our job sometimes.
As they're talking, a bunch of Gribers just bust out the vents and
They're like,
start.
"Grimer!"
Yeah,
Real quick, at this point in time, I had already seen the episode, and I was listening to Cole in his room, and he was doing his commentary as per usual. And he's like, "Okay, great, let's just let the 10-year-old kid save the day and do your job."
Yeah, that's a good point. I never caught on to that. It's like, wait, why are a bunch of these kids figure out when
It's
this
always
yeah.
it's 10-year-olds are saving
Yeah.
the day. When you got adults that are just freaking walking
See, this
around
one was
half
really
dead.
egregious because they're
Yeah.
literally there to do their job was to fix it, and they just don't.
Yeah.
And the kids go to find out why the adults aren't doing their job, and they do their job for them. And then it makes like top it off. It cuts back to Nurse Joy at the Pokemon Center playing solitaire, and she's just all like, "Man, I hope Ash and the other kids are gonna be able to fix everything."
Yeah.
I'm just like, "Gosh dang, are you kidding me?"
So anyways, they get chased to the control room, where they probably should be fixing the problem. They're trying to fix the problem. It's like, oh my god, we found out the problem. The Grimer are blocking up the waterway.
Too much grime.
Yeah, too much grime.
Griming up.
Yeah.
I love the Grimer noises, by the way. They're like, Grimer! I like the
Grimer.
noises. Good job
Yeah.
with those ones.
And
kids.
as they're like, oh my god, we got to figure out a plan. And at first I think, oh, this huge Charizard burned them up since it's probably weak to fire. Then I thought, enough of that toxic sludge and that fire and they all ignite probably will blow up the building. So it's probably not a good idea.
But poison is neutral damage to fire.
Pokemon logic, okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's alright. It's how it works. I don't
But-
make the rules.
But if it was something like that in real life, it probably would be flammable.
Not that stuff. I mean, that's just like poop.
Poop's pretty flammable. Well, depends on what you eat, I guess.
What kind of poop have you lit up?
Anyways,
Maybe if it's in a bag, it can be flammable.
Yeah.
You gotta step on it.
Flavor
put
bag
it
of
out.
poop again.
anyways, they're like, we gotta fight him off, and Pikachu's like, Pika, and he's like
Pika's
all sick,
Yeah.
and it's like,
Pikachu, try to kill it.
Pikachu can't fight off, and then Magnemite's like, Magnemite, and then Magnetons come out of the vents,
There's so many
Yeah,
of them.
and so many. and then they fight off the Grimers, but then a giant muck comes out, or something along the lines of
He's
that.
all like, muck. Like
There's muck
that.
everywhere.
Good
He's
job.
mucking everywhere.
I love that guy too. He's funny.
And then they're like, quick, use your team attack, and they literally just
One
zap
shot.
him, one shot kill him.
Good job, Magnemites
They-
and Magnetons.
They Palpatine his ass.
Unlimited power. Like that.
Then
I watched the show. I know.
Mm-hmm.
and then
And Obi-Wan rolls up.
all the
I'm better
Grimer
than you.
then all the
Oh,
Grimer
he's
die.
Darth Vader.
Oh, Darth Vader.
Darth Vader.
does.
I'm better
Oh,
than you.
sorry, they all faint.
No, they die.
He died.
They die. They light on fire. And then the power is restored to the city, and
And the Pokemon won't die anymore.
yeah.
But
Except
there's
for
still
those Grimer.
but there's still a muck. They didn't take the muck away. They just only got the Grimers.
Oh yeah. Well, they killed the muck too.
No, they didn't.
They-
Ash.
Oh yeah.
Ash catches it.
Oh yeah. Oh sorry.
That's why I
uh,
like him.
Yeah.
He's funny. He shows up later
Ash
lots.
did it just to troll Professor Oak, let's be honest.
He catches it and it gets teleported to Professor Oak.
No wait. So before that,
Oh, it doesn't get teleported yet. You're right.
So they're like, we fixed the problem, and then Misty and Joy are like, thank you, and then not Misty,
Jenny.
Joy and Jenny are like, thank you for helping the city, and then it's like, and then Jenny's like, I'm gonna aspire to be a better nurse.
Joy says that.
No, Jenny does. Joy does. Yeah.
The kids are like, you guys got to do better with your pollution. Quit throwing garbage in the street.
Yeah.
Literally quit sucking at being an adult.
Get greener, not meaner.
Do your jobs better. And like he's holding the Pokeball, by the way, with muck in it, and
Yeah.
like the muck smells going through the Pokeball
Yeah.
somehow. I don't know how that works, but apparently it does.
You think it would contain all the scents?
You'd
but
think it would.
doesn't. Those Pokeballs are probably defective. Maybe wait till Gen 2 when it seals in all the scents.
Is that how that works?
I don't freaking know. Maybe get a scented ball and it's got like the tree on it.
You just hang up the little
Yeah.
trees and
Yeah, put it in the ball.
Yeah.
Put it in the ball first, and then you get the Pokemon in there.
Then he pops out and he's literally like smelling fresh green.
Yeah.
He's smelling like
but he
the-
pops out. Professor Oak's like, "Oh my God,
Well,
Ash, what have you done?"
It cuts to Oak. He's just sitting
Yeah.
in his office.
It's like a little epilogue.
All of a sudden, like the ball gets teleported in. He's like, "Ooh boy, Ash sent me a Pokemon. Let's go. Let's find out what it is." He picks it up and it
Yeah.
kills him.
He's like, "Why does this smell like? Did Ash wipe his ass with this?"
Yeah.
He took a dump in the Pokeball and
Oh.
transported it to him.
Oh yeah.
What a prank. What a super prank, bro.
We're going out of order. I wanted to mention the parts. The reason why Pikachu, by all the Magnemites were so, or Magneton.
But the Magnemite?
The Magnemite was so attracted to Pikachu's because that it had too much electricity stored in it. And when it unleashed, and it had like magnetism in it. And Brock said something like, it sounded like Pokerus, but it wasn't. It's like Pokeitis or something.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and then when all the electricity goes out, Magnum's like, I don't like you anymore, and walks away.
And Pikachu was sad.
Like,
Pikachu like followed it around a little bit. It was like, why aren't you like me anymore? I want to be your friend.
No.
Hey Ash, why don't you catch that one? Maybe it'll love me again.
So
it's like,
Magnemite is a human-made Pokemon, correct?
No.
It's not organic. It's like made of metal.
Oh wait, Porygon is the one. That's, okay.
Porygon's man-made.
It's weird. Some of these Pokemon, they're like not made of organic material, but they're not man-made either.
Trubbish is just freaking
Trubbish.
literal garbage.
What if you cut open a Magnemite? What's on the inside? Is it just like solid metal? It's got an eyeball.
That's, I don't know. Pokemon
it's like an 8-ball. That's what I say.
It's probably
Magic
got some
8-ball.
organic stuff in there.
Pokemon anatomy makes no sense.
I'd love to cut them all open and
Yeah.
see what's on the inside of them all.
Yeah.
One day.
And then also, Team Rocket still thinks Pikachu is magnetized, so it's like, let's capture it right now. It's like, how do you know that, Team Rocket?
They just killed themselves, and
It's like,
they should never have known about the magnet stuff.
yeah, I know, but then they did, and then they magnetized all the
Magnemites.
magnetons, and it just sunk their submarine, their Gyarados submarine.
They died.
And it blows up on them.
And they died.
They die.
Welcome to death again,
Yeah.
Team Rocket.
And also, I like it. My last note: Professor Oak gets mucked.
He did get mucked.
Yeah.
He got mucked, banged.
Yeah, muck bang.
Banged.
He just reprised your joke thing.
Yeah.
But did it differently.
There you go, Thane.
Yeah.
Give me some fist bumps. But that's the show, guys. We did it. We made it to the end. Next week we're gonna go, or not next week. Next week's normal episode of Life is Daijoubu. In 2 weeks we'll be going over episodes 31 through 35. So stay tuned to that.
Also on the Life is Daijoubu, if you're curious, we're watching Tacto Destiny.
Yeah. I don't think after that episode we'll probably take a break with Pokemon, just so because we're gonna be in the process of moving. So we'll take a break after next Pokemon episode, and then we'll be back probably in
Sometime in June.
June, yeah. So anyway, thank you guys for watching and listening. We hope you guys have a good one. We'll see you guys later, and have a great life.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.